How much body language do you need to help you underscore what you say? Let's talk about it. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Culture Connection Conversations, where we bring you relatable stories of diversity.
Hi, I'm Filomena, based in the Netherlands.
And I'm Claudia from Luxembourg.
I'm a certified intercultural trainer working with leaders and SME entrepreneurs.
And I'm a professional coach working with corporate leaders and entrepreneurs as well as their teams in tech and beyond.
You call us when, as a leader or entrepreneur, your teams are struggling, results are going down, or there's friction.
Let's get started. So, Philomen, today we are going to talk about body language. I think that you have a story to tell. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I do have a story to share, Claudia. Let me just explain the situation. I was in the UK working on my certification to become an intercultural trainer. And as you can understand, we had to do presentations to show what we learned and if we were able to present and explain what culture is about. So I did my little presentation. It was about 5 to 10 minutes. It was the first time on this topic. And when I finished, I got feedback, of course. Feedback is always welcome, but is also dangerous and can be up close and personal, as I discovered soon enough. Because one of the other students said, I would never hire you as a trainer. So I kind of looked at him in amazement and asked him, why? And he said, because you don't speak quick enough and your body language is too limited. So I had to digest a little bit, Claudia. And then I said, so where does this come from? Can you tell me? And then he said, in my culture, we expect trainers or people we hire in these kind of jobs to speak quickly and to have expressive body language. As you can imagine, Claudia, this was pretty painful because I started wondering, does this mean I can't do it? People don't like me. I can't get the message across. I don't know, am I too nervous? Am I too limited? And so on and so forth. Took me a couple of days. I flew home. And then I decided, okay, he might not like it. But there might be other people or companies or persons in companies that might prefer my presence to someone who is speaking, up, loud, quick, and so on. So it's just Philomen, right? In the long run. But what do you think? What do you expect when you hire a trainer or you have a conversation with someone you might potentially hire to do trainings? What do
Uh,
you expect?
this is crazy in terms of this person's assumption about what a trainer should do or look like, and also there's an implicit assumption about what the audience should be able to hear and how they need to be engaged. Do really all audience members, because that's ultimately the important part, do all audience members or workshop participants need some fast talking, highly gesticulative person? Right. And I think that I believe culturally there can be some preferences, but we are not all average for the culture that we are in. We all have different preferences about and different ways that we consume information, that we interpret information. And some might very well be, much more need us a more gentle presence, need a more calm presence and so on in order to get the thing across. So I mean, for me personally, and I think that was your question, I would absolutely look at the person as a whole, as a holistic whole. Do they get the message across? What's the energy that they bring? And so on. And I would not mark check boxes, gesticulates a lot, or you know, talks fast and so on. It has to fit. It has to, you know, maybe you talk fewer words, but you present in a way that just makes sense with stories or whatever. So it's
And
interesting.
maybe, Claudia, yeah, it's interesting, but also in addition, imagine you're an HR manager in a company. This is how you judge or select or choose. You rob quite some employees in the company from a trainer that might be perfect for the situation, right? So again, it's them and us in culture. So this person has, like you say, he checks the boxes, and if you don't fulfill, he says no, and he does not realize that persons in the company might need a bit of, like, say, an introvert or more relaxed person, because I did numerous trainings after this, and for sure some like you more than others, comes with the territory, right? But I also learned that in some cases it's better not to be too expressive, because in some cultures or persons with roots in other countries might expect quite the opposite.
Right, because it can be quite, for certain people, it from certain cultures or from certain personality types, it might be quite aggressive or overbearing to have somebody
Yeah,
there talks fast and loud and gesticulates a lot, right?
yeah.
So definitely, and let's just use the word. You rob your potential audiences of diversity, of different ways of presenting, different ways of doing things and explaining or bringing across information.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not discriminating against people that are more animated and have a
No,
big presence. I
no.
just think that we should not necessarily discriminate against any one of the types of ways people present, because it might just be what some members of your audience need.
So that might be a good conclusion, Claudia, right? Let's not rob others because of our own bias and assumptions.
Right, right. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this rather short but interesting episode. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and otherwise engaging with us. You can always get in touch with Philomen or myself. Our contact information is in the description of this video. And we will be back with much more in the near future. Thank you so much, Philomen. This was great.
See you
Bye bye.
again. Bye.